Have you ever walked into your home, taken a deep breath, and caught an unpleasant whiff that just won't go away? If your house smells like urine, you're not alone, and no, it's not something to be ashamed of. Whether the culprit is a beloved pet, an aging family member, or lingering past accidents, that sharp odor can cling stubbornly to fabrics, floors, and even the air. But don't worry, there are clear, simple ways to tackle it. Let's explore 5 practical fixes one by one. 1. Identify the source of the urine smell and don't just mask it. Before you can truly eliminate the smell of urine in your home, you must first find out exactly where it's coming from. This might seem obvious, but it's the step most people rush past. They go straight for the air fresheners, the scented candles, or the sprays that promise a clean linen or spring breeze cover-up. The problem with this approach is simple: covering up a smell doesn't remove it. It just creates a mixture of odors, floral perfume over something foul, and that's often worse than the original problem. Urine has a distinct smell for a reason. It contains ammonia, and when it breaks down over time, it releases a gas that's especially potent. If you've ever walked into a room and noticed a faint, sour, almost chemical-like scent lingering in the air, you've probably caught the residue of this gas. When left untreated, urine doesn't just sit on the surface. It seeps in. It soaks into carpets, upholstery, grout, baseboards, and even the subflooring beneath your home's top layer. That's why the first step in getting rid of a urine smell isn't cleaning, it's investigating. Start by asking yourself, who or what is likely the source? Is it an elderly pet who's begun having accidents in certain corners of the house? Is it a toddler in potty training who missed the mark one too many times? Or perhaps an aging parent who, due to medical issues, has had occasional nighttime accidents, ones that weren't caught immediately. These are all common causes of lingering urine smells, and knowing the who helps you narrow down the where. Once you have an idea of the source, it's time to go into detective mode. Begin with your nose. Walk into each room with the windows closed. Pay attention to that first breath you take. Where does the scent feel strongest? Follow it. Next, use your hands and eyes. Look for signs of staining on rugs, on mattresses, near baseboards. Sometimes these stains are invisible to the naked eye, especially if the mess was cleaned quickly but incompletely. For a more thorough inspection, consider using a black light. You can purchase one at most home goods or pet supply stores. Urine glows under ultraviolet light, especially when it's dried. Turn off the lights, close the curtains, and scan any suspicious areas. You might be surprised at what you find: past accidents that were never cleaned properly, or spots you thought were fine but still harbor residue deep in the fibers. Don't forget soft surfaces. Couches, throw pillows, curtains, and even clothing can absorb urine odor. If the smell seems to move with you throughout the house, it may be clinging to textiles you haven't considered. Once you've identified the problem areas, resist the urge to grab the nearest bottle of household cleaner. Not all cleaners are created equal, and some can make the problem worse, especially if they interact with ammonia-based compounds in urine. Products that contain bleach, for instance, can intensify the odor rather than remove it. And some scented sprays simply coat the smell rather than neutralizing it. The goal is not to deodorize. It's to eliminate. And that starts with awareness. Many older adults live with lingering smells in their homes without realizing it. Their senses of smell may not be as sharp as they once were, or they've simply become used to it over time. This is common, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. But it is something that can be addressed with the right tools and a bit of patience. Take time during this first step. Find every spot. Note it down. The rest of the cleaning process depends on a clear understanding of where the odor lives. Think of it like pulling weeds from a garden. If you don't know where the roots are, the plant just grows back. In the next step, we'll talk about the actual process of cleaning those areas, what to use, what to avoid, and how to ensure the smell is truly gone, not just temporarily disguised. 2. Use the right cleaning solutions, enzymes over everything. Once you've tracked down the sources of the urine smell, it's time to take action, but not just any action. The temptation might be to grab your regular household cleaner, give the spot a vigorous scrub, and hope for the best. But here's the truth: standard cleaners, no matter how strong they smell or how much elbow grease you apply, simply don't break down the compounds in urine that cause long-lasting odors. In fact, some cleaners can make things worse. To truly remove the smell, you have to understand what you're up against. Urine isn't just water with a bad scent. It's a biological material. It contains uric acid crystals and salts that bond with the surfaces they touch. These compounds aren't water-soluble. That means no matter how much you mop or wipe, those deep particles stay behind unless they're chemically broken down. And that's where enzymatic cleaners come in. Enzymatic cleaners are specially designed to do exactly what your nose is begging for: neutralize urine at a molecular level. They contain active bacteria that release enzymes. These enzymes break down the uric acid into carbon dioxide and water, substances that evaporate naturally and leave no odor behind. It's not about covering the scent. It's about removing the source. Let's walk through how to use them properly, because there's a right way and a wrong way to get results. First, blot, don't scrub. If the urine is still fresh or damp, gently blot the area with a dry cloth or paper towel. Press down firmly but don't rub. Scrubbing can push the urine deeper into the fibers of a carpet or sofa, making it harder to treat. You want to lift as much of the moisture as possible before applying anything else. Next, saturate the area thoroughly with the enzymatic cleaner. Don't just do a light mist. Soak it. Remember, urine spreads. What you see on the surface might be just a fraction of the total area affected. The cleaner needs to reach the same depth as the urine did to be effective. For carpets or upholstery, that may mean using a syringe or turkey baster to get the solution deep into the padding beneath. Then let it sit. And this part is crucial. Enzymes need time to work. Most cleaners require at least 10 to 15 minutes, but for heavily affected areas, it's best to let the solution sit for an hour or more. Some even recommend covering the area with plastic wrap to keep it from evaporating too quickly, giving the enzymes more time to break down the odor-causing compounds. After the soak, blot again gently. Use a fresh, dry towel to absorb the excess solution. Then let the area air dry completely. Avoid the urge to rinse or vacuum right away. Enzymatic reactions continue working even as the surface dries. Now, if you've already tried other cleaners on the area, especially ammonia or bleach-based products, you may find that enzymes don't work as well right away. That's because harsh chemicals can kill the live bacteria in enzymatic cleaners or interfere with their function. In that case, you may need to rinse the area with plain water and let it dry before trying again. There are many good enzymatic cleaners on the market, each with their own strengths. Some are tailored for pet urine, others for human accidents. Look for products that are labeled specifically for urine odor removal, non-toxic and safe for fabrics or hard surfaces, fragrance-free or lightly scented, to avoid layering smells. You can find these at pet stores, big box retailers, or online. Brands like Nature's Miracle, Rocco and Roxy, and Simple Solution are commonly used and have solid reputations for performance. But what if the urine has soaked into grout, hardwood, or subflooring? For hard, porous surfaces like tile grout or unfinished wood, you may need to use an enzymatic cleaner made for such materials. These usually have longer dwell times and may require several applications. In severe cases, especially when dealing with chronic pet marking or long-term accidents, you may need to reseal floors or replace affected padding or boards. But don't rush to that extreme without trying enzymatic treatments first. They're remarkably effective when used properly. This is also where patience comes in. Odors that have lingered for weeks or months won't disappear overnight. It may take several treatments over a few days to fully break down the problem. But with time and consistency, the smell can be truly eliminated, not just hidden. And remember, no scented spray, candle, or oil diffuser will fix what's embedded in your carpet or couch. Scents fade. Bacteria and acids do not, unless they're dismantled by science. In the next section, we'll explore how your home's airflow and environment may be working against you, and how to purify the air around you so your space smells as fresh as it feels clean. 3. Refresh the air, purify the space, not just the surface. So you found the source of the odor and treated the affected areas with the right cleaners. That's a major victory. But even after the worst is gone, you may find something lingering. An invisible heaviness in the air. A faint but stubborn scent that won't seem to leave no matter how often you open the windows. This is the hidden side of odor removal. Air purification. Because sometimes the problem isn't just what's soaked into your carpet or your furniture. Sometimes the smell has taken up residence in the very air you breathe. Urine odor, especially from pets or repeated human accidents, doesn't just stay local. Over time, airborne particles spread. They settle on walls, ceilings, lampshades, and yes, even into your ventilation system. If your home is closed up during colder months or you've used scented sprays to mask the odor, you may be trapping those particles rather than clearing them. Here's how to reclaim your air and your peace of mind. Step 1. Ventilation. Begin with the most natural and immediate tool: fresh air. Open windows and doors on opposite sides of your home to create a cross breeze. Let air move freely through the space for at least 30 minutes to an hour a day, especially after cleaning or applying enzymatic treatments. This helps push out airborne particles and moisture while bringing in clean, oxygen-rich air. Step 2. Wash the washables. Curtains, blankets, pillow covers, and even lampshades made of fabric can trap urine odor. You might not think of them as part of the problem, but soft surfaces are notorious for catching and holding scents. Strip them down and wash with a half cup of white vinegar added to your laundry detergent. Vinegar helps neutralize odor at the source and breaks down residual ammonia compounds. If you have items that can't be machine washed, consider steam cleaning or lightly spraying with a diluted vinegar solution followed by air drying outdoors. Step 3. Use an air purifier with a real purpose. A good air purifier isn't a luxury, it's a tool. Specifically, you want one with a HEPA filter and activated carbon layer. HEPA filters remove fine particles from the air, while the carbon neutralizes odors by absorbing volatile organic compounds, VOCs, including those found in urine. Place the purifier near the affected areas or in rooms that seem most prone to the lingering smell. Let it run continuously for a few days. You may be shocked at the difference it makes, not just in scent but in the overall feel of the room. Stale, heavy air gives way to something cleaner and lighter, and that changes how your home feels emotionally too. Step 4. Consider a deep HVAC clean. If the urine smell has been around for a while, or if you've treated it multiple times without success, it may have reached your ductwork. That's especially true in homes where heating and cooling systems circulate air through the same vents repeatedly. In these cases, a professional HVAC cleaning can remove buildup from inside your ducts. Filters should be changed regularly, especially after a major cleaning effort. If you're unsure when your system was last cleaned or inspected, now may be the time. Step 5. Natural deodorizers, but not just for scent. Instead of relying on synthetic air fresheners, use natural absorbents that work quietly over time. Baking soda is a classic option. You can place open bowls in corners of the room, near vents, or behind furniture to absorb lingering odors. Charcoal bags, specifically activated bamboo charcoal, are another excellent tool. They're discreet, effective, and last for months. Place them near problem spots and replace every few months as needed. You might also try simmering natural scent boosters like citrus peels, cloves, or cinnamon sticks in a pot of water on the stove for 30 minutes. This infuses your home with a warm, comforting scent that feels clean, not chemical. And remember, scent should follow cleanliness, not cover it. A house that smells like lemons but still has urine in the carpet isn't clean. It's confused. But a clean house that smells faintly of citrus or fresh linen after deep cleaning and purification, that's harmony. You deserve a space that feels fresh, not just for your guests but for you. The air in your home is part of your daily environment, just like your favorite chair or your kitchen table. When it's clean, your whole body feels it. You breathe easier. You sleep better. You relax more deeply. And most importantly, your home starts to feel like a place of comfort again, not a place you need to apologize for. In the next section, we'll talk about how habits and routines, both yours and your family's, might be unintentionally contributing to recurring odors, and how small lifestyle adjustments can keep your home fresh for good. 4. Break the cycle. Address the habits that bring the smell back. By now, you've taken some serious steps. You've tracked the source. You've used the right cleaners. You've refreshed the air. But here's something most people don't realize. Even after you've cleaned everything, the smell can come back. Not because you missed a spot, but because the habit behind it hasn't changed. Let's face it, urine odors often stem from recurring behaviors, tiny, almost invisible routines that go unnoticed in day-to-day life. It could be a pet marking its favorite corner, a child skipping the bathroom in time, a senior with mobility challenges or incontinence. Even bathroom habits, laundry routines, or how quickly accidents are cleaned can make a difference. If you want to stop the smell from coming back, you have to interrupt the cycle. Let's look at the most common patterns and how to gently shift them. For pets, animals mark territory. It's instinctual, and once they do it once, they often return to the same spot, especially if the scent wasn't fully removed the first time. After cleaning with enzymatic cleaners, the goal is to make that area uninteresting to your pet. Here's how. Block access temporarily. Use a pet gate or rearrange furniture to keep them away from the spot until the habit is broken. Change the association. Feed your pet in that area or place toys there. Animals are less likely to soil where they eat or play. Use deterrent sprays. Many pet-safe sprays exist that make a surface unappealing to animals. They don't harm the pet but discourage repeat visits. And if you suspect a medical reason behind the accidents, especially in older pets, don't wait. A visit to the vet could reveal urinary tract infections, arthritis, or other issues affecting their behavior. For children, young kids in potty training or with nighttime accidents need consistency and gentle reinforcement. Protect bedding. Use waterproof mattress protectors and washable covers. Accidents are easier to clean and less likely to create deep odors. Empower independence. Keep toilets accessible. Nightlights in the hallway. Easy to remove pajamas. All of this helps prevent late-night accidents. Avoid shame. Accidents happen. But when children are scolded or embarrassed, they're less likely to speak up, and that leads to hidden messes and lingering smells. Positive reinforcement goes further than criticism. For older adults with incontinence or mobility challenges, this is a sensitive subject, but one that deserves compassion, not discomfort. Aging bodies change. Bladders weaken. Reflexes slow. And sometimes getting to the bathroom in time just isn't possible. But these challenges can be addressed with dignity. Invest in incontinence pads or protective undergarments, and change them regularly. Products designed for odor control are far more effective than regular fabric or linens. Create an easy bathroom path. Motion sensor lights. Clear walkways. Raised toilet seats. These make nighttime trips faster and safer. Schedule bathroom reminders. If memory loss is involved, a gentle reminder every couple of hours can prevent accidents before they happen. Have an honest conversation. If you're caring for an aging parent, avoid blame. Acknowledge that these moments are part of life, not a failure. Offer help without shame. Sometimes just knowing someone will clean without judgment is all the reassurance. A person needs to stay open and cooperative. For everyone in the household, it's not just the accidents, it's how we handle them. Act fast. The longer urine sits, the deeper it sinks. Whether it's a pet, a child, or an adult, addressing it quickly prevents long-term damage. Set up cleaning kits in key areas. Having a bottle of enzymatic cleaner, gloves, paper towels, and a trash bag in a small basket near common accident spots can make response time nearly instant. Regular deep cleans. Even after the smell is gone, regular carpet or upholstery cleaning keeps your space fresh and prevents minor accidents from becoming long-term problems. Think of it this way: the smell isn't just a result, it's a reminder, a signal that something in the daily rhythm of the home needs adjusting. And when you shift the rhythm even slightly, the atmosphere changes. Life becomes easier. Smells don't linger. Embarrassment fades. Pride in your space returns. It's not about perfection. It's about prevention. A house is more than walls and floors. It's the container of your daily rituals, your relationships, your sense of safety and peace. When you care for the routines that support your home, the home cares for you in return. In the final section, we'll talk about what to do when nothing seems to work, when the smell persists, no matter how much you clean, and how to make peace with what's beyond your control while still claiming your space with confidence. 5. When all else fails, know when to let go and start fresh. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, hours spent cleaning, countless sprays and scrubs, air purifiers running day and night, the smell lingers. Not as strong as before, maybe, but just enough to remind you it's still there. And that can feel defeating, can feel like you've failed. But here's the truth. Sometimes the problem isn't your effort. Sometimes the damage runs deeper than it appears, and that's okay. There comes a point in some homes, especially those with long-term urine exposure, where the materials themselves become compromised. Subfloors absorb moisture over years. Mattresses, even when covered and cleaned, begin to retain odors in the foam. Carpets act like sponges, trapping not just the liquid, but the ammonia crystals that live on long after the surface is dry. And over time, even drywall and baseboards can take on the scent. This isn't a sign of poor housekeeping. It's a sign of real life, of aging pets, of young children learning, of medical conditions that weren't easy to talk about. Life leaves marks. Some are visible, some are invisible, but they all matter. So what do you do when the smell won't go away? You let go, not of the memory, not of the home, but of the materials that can no longer be saved. Replace what's beyond repair. It might be time to replace carpeting with hard flooring, or to tear out a section of subfloor that's been soaked too many times. It might mean investing in a new mattress or reupholstering a favorite chair. These aren't easy decisions. They cost time. They cost money. But they buy back peace of mind. And in many cases, they're the only way to fully eliminate a smell that's embedded itself too deeply to be treated. Consider upgrading for prevention, too. If you're going through the trouble of replacing items, consider switching to more odor-resistant materials. Hard floors like tile or vinyl plank are easier to clean and don't absorb moisture like carpet does. Mattress protectors and waterproof furniture covers can preserve new items and extend their lives. Washable slipcovers can turn furniture into something easy to refresh when needed. Paint with odor-sealing primers like shellac-based formulas can trap odors in drywall or baseboards and give your walls a fresh start. And here's something else to remember. Every item you replace is an opportunity, a renewal, a moment to reclaim your space, not just from a smell, but from the emotional weight that comes with it. Because that's what lingers too. Not just the odor, but the shame, the quiet worry that visitors might notice, the whispered apologies when someone walks in the door, the avoidance of rooms that don't feel clean, no matter how often you mop. That emotional burden is heavy. It's tiring, and you don't have to carry it anymore. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace. It means deciding that your home deserves to feel like a sanctuary again, that you deserve to walk into your space and inhale deeply, with pride and comfort, not hesitation. It means recognizing that some things, while once useful or beloved, have served their time, and it's okay to part with them. If the smell has persisted for years, if cleaning brings only short-term relief, And if you've tried all the right methods with no success, then you're not losing the battle. You're simply being asked to begin a new chapter. You've done the hard work. You've investigated. You've cleaned. You've purified and adjusted routines. Now comes the most liberating step of all: release. You are not your home's past. You are its future. This is your chance to write the next version of your living space. One where cleanliness meets calm, and freshness is more than a scent. It's a feeling, a freedom. So when all else fails, don't be afraid to start fresh. You're not giving up on your space. You're giving it back to yourself. And that is the most powerful clean of all. If you found this helpful, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more real-life solutions, wellness insights, and home care wisdom, especially for those navigating life's later chapters.